Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to do a layout share of the pages I got done during the 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And this one is day one, and it was sketched by Kelly Hambrick Pyron. And she's one of my friends over there on Love RTS, and where we hang out and share our layouts, and we also do other things. And so anyhow, she had like the 3 banners, a little tab. She has these things here that made me think of rubber stamping, and she used 2 photos. So I did some rubber stamping kind of in that wreath shape. And then I put Cinderella's carriage here and the horse. And then I did my granddaughter's photos of, it was Halloween one year and she was Cinderella. She was very excited. She was kind of being shy at first when she first came down, but I think it turned out just adorable. And all these are down below, and I'm showing them in order. So if you start at the bottom, if you haven't seen these and want to see them, you'll find them there. This is a tab that I made during one of the tab DIYs I did. Okay, and then I have, this is by Kathy Price, and I flipped it to this side, and I did my banners a little smaller because my pictures are big and I didn't want them to overlap into, because I was always cropping my photos as close as I could, so there was no way that I could overlap them. And that's that one there. And this is also my oldest granddaughter. And during this I did kind of figure how many papers I used, and I think I used about 58 papers. Now in this one I did cut some full pages to get these banners, but I didn't count that in my papers when I counted them because I figured I have most of it left. But this one I did use 3 pages. So, or papers. Papers. Okay, and this one is by Lisa Surkowski. I'm terrible at trying to pronounce these names. And here is where, this is my oldest granddaughter again. I've tried to use as many as her as possible because she's going to graduate next year. And so I wanted to, get as many done as of hers as I could. This is where she was playing Wishnicks, and they're from the 60s, those Wishnicks. And now I know they call them trolls, but they were Wishnicks back then. And it looks like I have a enamel dot trying to jump ship over here. And I don't know if that's where I had it or not, but I'm going to stick it over here. Because I don't think I would have had it way over there on the edge. I would have had it in this grouping. Okay, I did set my glue here just in case. Okay, so there's that one. And this one here is Skylar. She's actually the youngest granddaughter. And the sketch here is by Jessica Michaels. And she did have them a little closer to this side. But because of my pictures being large again, it's like they took up more space. But I love how it turned out. It was such a fun sketch. And she had like pieces of torn paper here, but I used that, well, she had the title there too. I used embellishments in place of that. And that was so fun. Such fun. Oh, and this one here, I was thinking I only used 2 papers for this, but I actually used 4 because this one I had to use like, almost a full page just to get a circle. And this one here was a paper that was not a 12 by 12, but I layered it underneath, and I love that look. I'm gonna do that again. I thought it looked cute with it just being on one side. So you just see the dark navy on this side, or black, whatever I used here. I think it's a navy. And then this over here, the gingham. I really thought that turned out really cool. And then I have the twins here. And this is Jennifer Gange. Or Gainey? I think it's Gainey. And so this one, this is for Aiden because I've got 3 of him on here. And over here I got 3 Alexes. And so I did one for each of them. So I will actually have more than the 31. I think I counted, I actually did 41 pages, but some of them are doubles. But I thought this turned out so cute. I love the sketch. And it was such a fun sketch to play with. Really like how they turned out. Fishing. Okay, so that was the first 5. So now we're on to day 6, and this is by Sarah Davis. And we're back to Brenna again. And this was her 5th birthday. She had on a dress that looked just like her Barbie doll. And I did her a Barbie cake. And it was 2 pictures on a shelf. It had some tabs. And then it had like some embellishments over here. Super cute sketch. I love the sketches. They're so fun. And then this next one here, let me pull off my stack. I'm trying not to stack too many, otherwise it gets too close to the camera and you can't see the whole layout. Okay, so this one here is by Maggie Crowley Miniker, I think. Some of them, if I didn't know how to pronounce them, I looked them up, and so I might have forgot how to pronounce them by now. So this one here was also my collection obsession, and it's Nana's Kitchen, and I did a lot of recipes on these. And this one is potato soup, and if you want this recipe, if you go back to this video, I did do a close-up of it so you could do a screenshot of it. So I just thought this paper was gorgeous. And the sketch actually shows a circle, but instead I kind of used the square of the kitchen, and then I have actually the photo where it goes. I have the recipe where she has the title, and I put the title up here. And so that's my layout there. And this one here is by Kristen Foster, and she has all these little strips of paper here. This would be great for using scraps, but because I was using these pictures, I ended up just finding prime colors, and so I was actually cutting fresh piece of paper again, but I only cut off 1 inch. So I never really counted that as using scrap or using paper either. And I started with a white background, and so I didn't count that either in my counting papers that I used. But this again is Brenna, the oldest one, and she was at my house, and no, this was actually at her house, yeah, because I think it was actually Christmas. And so we were probably playing games, and she was playing with Play-Doh, and I just love the look on her face, like, ooh, this is so fun. And her bestie was Winnie the Pooh. He may still be. I know she didn't go far from him. Okay, and here she is again, and this is Jessica Fenn Hill, and we've got her taking photos with her cheerleader outfit on. And I was trying to use some of the things that I had found in a box, thinking I'd never even opened up that box to find out what's in there. And so I had this, and I think it was actually a Heidi swap piece. So I thought that really turned out cute. The whole, you know, the 3 pictures, and then where they had like the journaling, that's where I put this here. Super cute, and oh, they had such cute. I mean, all these, when you go and look at them, like if you go over to the Facebook group and just look through them, it's so fun. And then, you know, pick some to go watch the videos. So cute. Now this one here was Laura Moss, and I flipped the sketch because I needed my photo to be on this way because of it facing in towards the center of my page. And this was my collection obsession from last month, and then I added some other things to it too. And this, I had made just a scrapbook just for Brenna that she could just have, and it just had probably maybe her first year, first 6 months. So I just did some, it was probably her first year because I can see that it's cold here. So I might have done it right around her birthday. And so she was getting to look at all the pictures, and that way she had it for herself, because now she has to wait until she's, you know, married before I give her this book, probably. The new one. But I love how this turned out. It's so sweet. I love the look on her face. And such a cute sketch. And I just use, I mean, you could use banner or the border strips or scraps, but I chose to use this already striped paper. And it was fun. I kind of did the rainbow where you use the different colors. I love how it turned out. Okay, and then this one here is by Brandy Jo. And she did kind of an angled torn paper. And I describe all these when I go over them, but this is the youngest grandchild, the youngest grandson, and he was, looks like there's a smudge, and he was, he got this from his Uncle Chris, and I got these cute pictures of him on it, the little pirate ship. I thought it was so cute, and I used this twine, well, no, it's not twine, it's jute, and then I had these stickers. Super fun. I love that sketch. I feel like it was made for it. Thanks, Brandy Jo. Okay, and now let's see, for the next 6, we pull these over. Oh, okay, and this is Skylar, and she's the youngest granddaughter, and the sketch is by Miss Carrie. Oh, she did this one and the very last one. So this was Minte papers, and I just thought it was so pretty with her little dress with the turquoise. And she actually has a purple shirt too, so it's kind of picking up all the colors. And there's Grandpa and me. Grandpa, me, and Skylar. And I had made these previously and just had them in the kit, or in with the actual embellishments. So it's like, oh, I can just throw in those little banners too. And then this one here is by Shannon Allure. And she's got like the shelf banners. She's got some banners over here. And this was also Tool Time Tuesday. And so, oh, and it was also themes on the 13th. So it was family. And then we had the embossing folders. And it was my first time with embossing folders. And it was super fun. In fact, I really loved them in the white too. So, but I thought I would do them this way because I had seen somebody do that. And it was cute. She was playing with the cell phone, so I thought that was cute because the other picture I had from that day was her and her daddy. So I just said, Daddy, a call away. So that's it there. And then I've got the twins here again. So there's going to be 2. And it's double page layout. And they were making cookies for Santa. Let's see, it goes like this. Let's see if I can kind of get it in the... Oh, just a minute. Sorry about that, my battery was dying. And so this is Cookie Day, or they were making cookies. They're Cookie Day. And so this one is for Alex, and she's very methodical. She's like totally into making those little balls of cookie dough. And I said that was by Brandy Robinson. I think I might have said Brandy Joe. Brandy Robinson. I think we had a Brandy Joe earlier. Okay, and this one is Aiden's. And this is, I just love this picture of him because he was eating the cookie dough, and then he sees out the corner of his eye his mom's coming in. It's just like one of my favorite photos. I think it's so cute. And so there, it's basically the same layout, just different papers. Okay, and this is Rebecca Verbanek, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And she did like a quilted background. Now I did mine just a little bit smaller quilt squares because of having such large photos, but I was just determined to use those. So, and this again is Brenna, you know, I'm trying to get these done, so it's like I just kept going through her pictures more than anything else, you know. So I thought that really turned out cute too. And I used these are die cuts from probably 20 years ago, 23 years ago, because they are Susan Branch. And then I had these as rubber stamps. So, and I used new stuff too. So that was fun. Okay. And this one here is Debbie Norton Barton. And again, I have the twins, so let me lay them both out. Sorry about my voice. It's like that smoke really got me last Tuesday, and I'm just still not recovered. So the sketch, it really looks like the background in their photos. So I just thought, oh my goodness, I have to do that and have it be a school photo. And this is preschool, so I mean, I'm thinking that they are maybe like 2 or 3. They weren't very old because their birthday was in December, the last day in December. So I just thought that was a cute way to go. So I kept the background a little more simpler, but it still has like the triangle of the little fun stuff. And so that's that. Super cute. I just had so much fun with all the sketches. It was a blast. Okay, and here's the youngest grandson. And he was here with me. I was watching him while his parents went off to Ireland. And he was such a good eater. He just ate. It didn't matter what you put in front of him, he would eat it. And so anyhow, this day, he was just like so cute, and I was taking this picture, so I thought when I was seeing this sketch, oh, and I didn't even say who it was, Corey Mace, and she's got the one horizontal and then she's got 2 diagonals. And now I did not have any horizontals, but I thought, oh, I'd make a cute tablecloth just because I was kind of at a loss that day and trying to hurry because I had him, so it made it a little tougher. But I thought it really turned out cute. And just adorable pictures of him. Okay, so now we're on to the next page. And again, I got Ashton here. And we were in the foyer and it was making little rainbows on the floor. And he would try to pick them up or touch them, and then they would disappear because, you know, your shadow. So then he sat there in them, and then they were on him, and then he was trying to get them off his legs. It was so cute. So I called it Chasing Rainbows. So instead of, oh, this is by, I think it's Marcia or Marcia, I'm not sure. Den Nix. And she had she had a sun and then the 2 photos below, title and then embellishments around. So when I was trying to decide what I was going to do, I got thinking about this rainbow paper and then the little pictures I had taken of them. That morning I had taken them because they were just coming through the window so good. So we were just there playing. I thought, oh, I can just go get some rainbow paper and do that. So that was fun. That's a Minte paper called Childhood. Okay, and then this one here is called Working 9 to 5. And this is Alex, the girl twin. And this is also Through the Rainbow, and it's ledger. So I had the ledger paper here. It actually ended up smaller. I was going to use that as my large paper, but I got thinking about how I could have the typewriters here. And then I had different size things, but then as I found these larger things, I thought how fun it would be to have them like oversized. But then I just had the small little file folders. But I love how it turned out. It was so fun to do like that kind of theme. So that was day 19, and it was Hannah Panter. Oh, and I also flipped it because she had the photo over here, and everything, you know, pushed to that side where I have everything pushed to this side because of the way that she's facing. Oh, and this was for an ice skating entertainment thing that they did, and so they were doing 9 to 5, and then she had also done the Boogie Woogie Boogie Boy, which I did last month. Okay, so now I'm jumping back and forth. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why. I think ever since I encountered all that smoke the other day, my brain is just not functioning perfectly. Now this is Jennifer Kane, and she had like these circles, and she had one larger picture and one smaller picture and some mixed media. And I kept thinking, what could I do? Because I think this is so pretty, even with no pictures on it. It's just such a pretty sketch. And so I was trying to figure out what to do. And again, I was still going through my pictures of Brenna, trying to use as many of those as I could. And I got thinking about her in this cat outfit. And I thought, well, I've got paper that kind of looks like yarn. So I decided I was going to cut them into ball shape, round, into these circles. And then it's like when I laid them on top of each other, they just kind of disappeared. So I decided to ink them. And then I used that, what is the name of that collection? It is a Simple Stories Wildflower. So I used that embellishments that I had picked up from Peachy Cheap. And then this was a paper that I had shopped my daughter's stash. But I think it really turned out cute. I love the sketch. It's such a cute sketch. And I'll use these sketches again because they were fabulous. I had so much fun. Okay, and this one is Crystal Barton, or Barrett. I think that's how you pronounce it. There's no N in it. And this is my second grand. And she started going to a new school, and they wear a uniform. And so I did this sketch of her, I used the sketch to do this picture of her. And it was all these different layers. And that was so fun because I never even thought about using all the layers. And then I just thought, well, let's see, I'll just do as many as what I like. And I think I did every single layer. It was just so fun, so fun. And I used this, what is this? This is not Cartabella. I think it's Echo Park. No, it is Photoplay. And it's from, it's like a college line. It's like Campus Life or something like that. And then this, I think these, most of these other papers are from this other collection, which was think it's called Dusty Blue Flowers by what? I don't know. You can go down and look. And then I used embellishments from 49 and Market. But I love how this turned out. It was so fun. And I think I actually ended up with one more layering because I used this little piece of lace that was in the 49 and Market things. Super fun, super fun. And I love all the layering of all the papers. And I usually don't do anything like that, so that was so fun. Thank you, Crystal. Okay, and then we have Melinda Sweetman, and she has like 4 photos. One is a 3.5 by 5, and then she has like journaling pieces, and then she has layers. And okay, I'm gonna try to pick up a few more here. Okay, so anyhow, I thought, oh, I'll use these pictures. And then I get them on the paper and it's like, oh my gosh, they're way too big. This is, you know, it's like when I started taking pictures of her, I always had to go and have them developed right away because I didn't have very much, you know, little scan disc didn't hold very much back then. And so anyhow, it's like, I had these 3 pictures and I thought I'm going to use them all. So I cut them down as much as I could without, you know, cutting her up at all. And then I still got on one of the little journaling cards, you know, that are in this set. And then I layered some other papers here. And I really love how it turned out, but I'll tell you, it's like, I would pull things out thinking, oh, they're just going to fit. And then I did have to do some, you know, work to get them to work out. But I think it turned out so cute. I love the papers. It was so fun. Okay, and this one here is from Shannon Colburn Blinn. And this is a 2-page layout. Oh, and I never even let you look at it. Sorry about that. Okay. And again, I used the twins. So she's got 3 up at the top and 3 at the bottom on the left, and then the same over here. And she did squares and horizontals. And so anyhow, I took the whole layout of the photos, and I was going to use paper, but I thought by the time that I got all the photos on there, it would just been covered up. So I just had all these embellishments from, it was called Enjoy the Ride, and I can't remember who the maker was, but again, it's like if you want to see it, I have it down below on the page that I did this. But I think it turned out just adorable. So fun. So fun. And then, so that's Alex's, and then I did Aiden one. So they're both identical except for where, you know, I could use blue for him and use the pink on hers when it came to, you know, embellishments and stuff. And super cute, super cute. I think he ended up with one more photo because he was in this one here, but she might have been in it, but I can't see her if she is. So, because I put them together, but I think it's fun that they can have kind of their own too. So that's that one. And let's see, now we're on to Jen Miller, and she has like lots of layers here, and this was, and then the circles, little half circles, 2 photos and 1 photo up here. And this, going and seeing those sketches that people did were fabulous, because I was still trying to get my collection obsession done, and I was like way behind. So I thought, well, I'm gonna do the reverse. I pulled out the collection obsession again. I layered the papers. I found this one that had the painted brick in the back, and I really like that. And so again, I did a recipe. And so I did kind of the flip of this. Now I don't have a circle going on, but I have, you know, all the layers of, I have the layers of paper, and then actually the embellished decorations that are on the paper. So I will probably do this one day where it's more like that. But I got another one of my recipes done for my recipe book. I probably have at least a dozen for my recipe book now. Okay, let me see. I think I can get the rest of the stack over here now. Okay, this is by Karen Adams Kidwell, and she has like a banner type title place up at the top, a large rectangle. She has 2 photos. She's got like a banner strip here, and so I did that. Mine is actually just the pictures are flipped because I put this one over here because it looked like the first photo, and I wanted it up at the top, so I did them that way. And so this was his birthday, and it was a out of this world theme. And so I did my two favorite photos here, and then I took the other photos and just kind of wallpapered a paper, and then I used the cut aparts, and I actually designed it on the cut apart page first, and then seeing I was just going to have 2, so I just, you know, cut them all out and put them right onto a white piece of paper. But I love doing that. I just think it's fun to see the pictures mixed in with the cut aparts. So that was that one. Okay, and now I have another collection obsession, and this is by Ruth Ludendun. Hard to pronounce. It's probably really easy, it's just me. Okay, and this is a zucchini recipe, and I called it Had Me at Garlic because as soon as I found out there was garlic on it, I thought I gotta try that. And so she had 1 large picture, and then she had 3 little ones, and then she had a big embellishment over here, the title here, and she either had stitching here or maybe a paper here and a paper here. But I ended up just doing a square here, and I did the photos kind of the same, except for I have the photo and the recipe together, and then the 3 small photos. And then my embellishments are almost at an angle, but then I have the big grouping up here like she did too. So, but I've got so many embellishments down here, you know, that are actually just on the paper. But that's a really cute one, and I would like to do that again. And maybe do some stitching, because that would be fun. So that was my collection obsession again, another recipe from my recipe book. Okay, and then I have a 2-page layout, and she's got it divided here and here, and then she's got a circle. She's got a round photo and then 4 photos. She's got 1 large horizontal, and then she's got 2 small 4x4 squares, and then another round one. And this is Sean Styles Lar, and I used a wreath from the Minte papers, and my photos were quite large. I cut them down quite a bit. I ended up putting my circle kind of in the middle, just because otherwise I was going to cover up all the paper. And I added more embellishments in to keep the wreath shape, if you can kind of see that. And then actually, here's what the wreath looked like before, because I'm using the exact same paper. So I just kind of added things back in that I was covering up. So I thought it turned out really cute. And then here's the other page, this plaid. And now she had 1 big picture here and then 2 small pictures, but again, I had to use what I had. And I did have the title up where she has it. And I didn't put any the side pieces in just because I was using this big wreath. But you know, you make the sketch work for you, and then the next time I can use it again. It will look totally different. And this is where she had, Grandpa was putting her bike together, and she's like shyly, she goes, "Grandpa, I like your tools." So I had to put in the little tools too. That was so fun. It was such a fun day. And that's the oldest granddaughter again. So I got a lot of pictures done of hers. Okay, and this again is my collection obsession, and that I've been doing the recipes on, but I thought, well, I want to do something different because I kept thinking I don't want to do another recipe. I was kind of bored of it. And so I thought, well, let me see if I can just look through some old pictures of me. And I found these pictures of me when I was just a few months old, and we're actually at my grandma's house. And so I thought this paper, something about this paper kind of reminded me of in her house. I don't know if she had a wallpaper similar to this or what, but then I just did this shelf and put, you know, the kind of things that you'd find at Grandma's house. And I just love it. It brought back a lot of memories, and actually I can see into her kitchen. And she used to have a cast iron wood cooking stove, and they would take that metal plate or that cast iron plate off and put a piece of wood in there. And I forgot all about that until I seen these pictures, so that was super fun to just see them. Oh, and did I say, oh, and this is by Sarah Scraps, and I actually turned it this way, except for she had two embellishments here, and I just made one long embellishment, and then a cluster down here like she had. But my title is down at the bottom. I didn't put it at the side. So, you know, just turning them different ways, because I thought I wanted to use these photos, and I just really love how it turned out and really gave me vivid memories. It was fun. Okay, and then this is by Laura Cameron Whipfuller, I think is how you pronounce it. And it's a 2-pager, and she has 3 small ones and 1 large photo, and then a circled title, circle down here, and maybe some rickrack and some scallops, and up here more scallops and rickrack. I mean, that's how I just kept thinking rickrack, except for I didn't use any. And then a circle over here. She's got some circles, a big photo, and 2 small ones. So mine, I actually ended up using more photos. And I do have 1 circular one in here. I think we're in frame here. So I would make their cakes every year, and she was always, oh, my camera turned off, hopefully. Okay, I was talking about, I put my title in the same place. I used 2 pictures instead of 1, and do have my circle here. This over here, I don't have a circle over here, but I have these ones here, so I kind of have the same layout, which is, you know, that's part of the challenge, just trying to find the layout or pictures that you have for the layout. But I really love how it turned out. Super cute. Okay, and this is the very last one. So this is day 30, and this is Miss Carrie again, and this is, how do you pronounce that again? It's like Bekti, I think is how it's pronounced, even though it's spelled like that. Bekti Fest, and it's a yoga fest. And anyway, it's like you see that there's 1 paper here. It's got a paper with a tab, the pictures. It's got another paper here, and looks like zigzag stitching, and then embellishments and a title over here. So I imagine that the paper came over here, but sometimes you can't, you know, it's like if they photograph it or whatever, you don't get all the white. So I had more paper here. I've got the 2 papers here. Now I didn't use any stitching. I need to get my sewing machine back out because I like stitching. And then I have my embellishments. I did pull my title down a little bit further. And this was a DIY kit that I made with the Simple Stories Lemon Twist, and a Hot Buy paper pad from Michael's that I shopped from my daughter's stash. Because my daughter has the twins and the little 18-month-old, so it's like she's not doing any scrapbooking, and she goes, you go out there and take some stuff if you want. It's like, okay. So that's it for today, and I figured out that I had 41 actual pages, and I figured I used about 58 papers, and probably a little more because some of them I realized when I was looking that I didn't even count it as a paper. And I know, like the one Canterbury Girl, I know there was probably 4 papers in that I cut right from the beginning. So that's it for today, and tomorrow I'll probably be back with the layout. So have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't seen any of these and you'd like to see them, they're all down below. I have a video for each one of these. So thank you. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.